wanted to describe how I marked the center line down the bottom of the boat, center of the keel. Because as you're building the boat, it's hard to keep that reference line as you're adding planking and so forth. So what I did is once I drilled this, I knew about where it was, but once I drilled this hole, I was able to reference the edge of this hole underneath and see where it was in reference to the center of the keel. And then with that, and I was able to mark, I made some reference marks. You can kind of see little tick marks here, and did one here, and here, and then up. And this is before I drilled the prop shaft hole. That just helped me make sure things were centered and make sure the strut was centered and everything. So, and what I did up here, I need a reference line mark up here. So I knew approximately where it was. So then I drilled actually a vertical hole down through the keel, and then underneath I checked to see how good it was reference to the center, and it was slightly too far to the I guess that's port. And so with that in mind, then I just basically stuck a drill bit in like that, and then used my laser and lined it up with these holes. And I'll turn this off. And so like this, line it up with these reference marks. This is before I did the strut, or had it before I had it mounted. And then lined up with that mark up there with that drill bit sticking up, keeping in mind that it was 1/32 of an inch too far that way. And then once I have that, then I made some reference tick marks that gets me really close to the center, because I wanted this, of course, to be right in the center, and then that hole right in the center. And I'm also going to use it for my fin that way to help me center that, because I made reference marks, and I even made some, I think, even further up. Maybe I didn't, but anyway, it allowed me to center this. So that's how I did that. So it's something to keep in mind, is you want to have a center, a way to mark the center of the boat. And you would think you could just measure from the outside edges and then just make your reference marks that way. But when I'm faired the boat and everything, fairing, it's not exact, and so it's off just a little bit. So this was a way to make the center in reference to the keel, and that's what I wanted. So that's how I did that.